Hey, all right. There was a little delay there. That was weird. How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Beautiful indeed today on my side of the woods here. But oh, that's my phone. Sorry. So that was any beer style,
Thing.
Bready, not anything. So I'm sure there's other beverages out there that are Bready, but any beer style that's Bready, and that's what we're doing today. I want to welcome the panel. We got East Coast LQ Reviews and Bumpy Road Brewery, which will be back in a moment. Of course, Beerman here. And I want to welcome all the people, patrons, and lovers of the show and lovers of us, all of our good friends and community in the chat. When you show up, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Tanner. East Coast LQ Reviews. Have him show up here. Here we go. Oh, there we go.
All right, so the beer that I chose today, I've actually I kind of struggled with this because I wanted something that had that big bready note. And I actually was looking at different beers. Looked at a California Common. I think Paul was telling me that one's a little bit more on the caramel malt side, but it does have that breadiness. There was a couple other ones. But the beer I chose, Beer Advocate gives this a 98 out of 100. This is Weihenstephaner Hefeweizen beer. So it's a wheat beer, German wheat beer. It says the world's oldest brewery, and it says since 1040. So that's crazy to think that they've been brewing beer for that long. So it says Bavarian style. It is 5.4% alcohol by volume. This is a 16.9 ounce bottle or 500 milliliters. It says brewed and bottled by my German is the best. Bayerisch Stratz Brewery. Weihenstephaner Freising, Germany. Maybe that was good. Maybe it wasn't.
Like that.
Yeah. So I got my wheat beer glass, and I'm gonna crack this one open. Like I said, Beer Advocate gave this a 98 out of 100, so I'm excited to try this. That's in the world class category. So let's crack this open. I paid $4 for this. The date on the back is a little weird. It says 6/14/1. Not exactly sure what that means. But I got this at Yankee Spirits in Massachusetts, and most of their beers are they keep up on the dates. So, we'll pour this up. Like I said, it's kind of coded for the bottled on date, and I'm not sure how you would even decipher those numbers, but let's pour it up and see what it looks like. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Nice foamy head to it. Definitely a little bit of like a hazy golden straw color. Poured it kind of aggressively. It's about 3 fingers ahead. About maybe two and a half fingers ahead. Looks pretty good. A little bit of aroma. Ooh, that banana note. Banana note's definitely noticeable. So like I said, I'm excited to try this. 98 out of 100 on Beer Advocate. $4 for this bottle. And cheers.
Nice. Cheers. Cheers, man. Yeah. I love that glass. Thanks, man. Cheers, Bumpy.
All right. From Eagle Brewery, I have banana bread beer. And it says here, product of UK, produced by Carlsberg Marston's Brewing Company, Eagle Brewery, Havelock Street in Bedford, MK40. I think that's like their streets or something. I don't know, in the UK anyways. Says fresh bananas pack a whole bunch of aromas, while rich malty hops deliver a seriously fruity flavor, all perfectly balanced by a masterful blend. I've never encountered malty hops. It's usually the malt that is malty, and the hops give off different notes other than malt. But I guess they're doing it different in the UK. Let's go ahead and pour this. It comes in at 5.2% ABV.
Yeah, I think I've had that one before.
I've never had it. I know that Alex, the beer master, has had it, and
I have had it.
he seemed to really enjoy it. But yeah, that's what it pours with. It looks like a British pale ale for the most part, almost like Bass. It's got that kind of rich copper coloration, very clear, very tiny, tiny head. That is a little bit off white on top. Cheers.
Looks great. Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy. Oh, I forgot to do this, man. Hold on. Cheers. Prost. Schlancha. Slange. Cheers. Look at your head is all shaped weird inside the.
All upside down and stuff.
All right. Thanks, dude.
It's a banana head.
Yeah. All right. So I got one here, and it is a Munich Dunkel. I could have done it yesterday. It's from Hofbrau München, and it's a 5.5%. I'm sure a lot of you guys have had this. I know me and pretty sure Bumpy's had that. We had this on the show, your Multi Monday show, I believe, or at least I think I did. Yeah, let's pour it open. Pour it open. Let's open it and pour it. I'm trying to look for a date. It doesn't have one. It has a code. That was loud.
Now, I was looking at those beers. I think that might have been one of the ones that I think I was going to pick up.
Nice dark lager there. Mm-hmm. Clean, clear looking beer. Yeah, this is a good one, actually. It's very good. I have had it, of course. I said that before. Poured a 3-finger head, off-white head, real quick sniff. Yeah, it's in my nose. We'll get into that. Yeah, it does have a kind of a caramel bread thing. Cool. All right, so let's get back to Tanner.
All right, so like I said, lots of banana, biscuity, bready malt, some of that spicy clove. Now they say bubble gum, but I'm not really getting bubble gum on the aroma, so maybe it's on the palate. But yeah, as far as bready, I think this beer was actually kind of perfect for this style or this whatever you want to call it. I think Bumpy would actually really like this because this is something that Bumpy has talked about. He likes the banana, spicy, bready aromas when it comes to a wheat beer. And something like this, where these guys have been brewing over almost over 1,000 years. 1040 since 1040. That's crazy to think that these guys have been around for that long. But yeah, it smells very good. Like a wheat bread. Maybe some type of sweetness as well. Maybe like honey or something. But yeah, it smells very good. Lots of banana up front. And yeah, I'm going to try this out for the first time. Like I said, Beer Advocate gave this a 98 out of 100. And I saw some other reviews online that said that these people really enjoyed it. Nice little lacing. And it's leaving on the glass. This is my Spiegelo, however you want to pronounce it, wheat beer glass. So this is probably the perfect glass to enjoy this out of. So cheers, guys. Let me try this out for the first time.
Cheers. Cheers.
Wow, it has a nice body to it. Slightly creamy body. Carbonation's about medium. Definitely banana up front. Very bready, actually. Some type of sweetness, like I said, honey sweetness. Some like spiciness on the finish. Some floral. It's not necessarily bitter. The finish kind of dies off kind of fast, but you do get that floral aspect on the finish. But it's very rich in flavor. Banana. Do I taste bubblegum? Maybe. Maybe it's in the background. I might have to sip on this a little bit longer, but banana spice and breadiness are definitely there. And this is really good. I do enjoy this. 5.4%, very drinkable. It's a little bit more on the body than I was expecting. It has a little bit more of a richer, fuller flavor than I was expecting. Most of these wheat beers, like this is a Bavarian style. So that Bavarian, that would be different from German, right? So this is Bavarian beer, right?
Yeah, German.
So it is German?
This is Bavaria by Germany, I think.
I believe Bavaria is part of
It's
Germany.
German. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that makes sense. I get very confused when I get into these imports, because I'm not very familiar with stuff that's out of our region. But it definitely has that breadiness, almost like a creamy mouthfeel. Wheat bread and banana, maybe a little bit of bubblegum. Like maybe that's that sweetness that I'm getting. And I'm kind of thinking more of like a honey flavor. But it is very good. Easy drinking, 5.4%. I feel like I could probably hang out and drink a 6-pack of these, and I would have no problem. And yeah, like I said, not really much. It's very good. It has a lot of flavor. Is it complex? Not necessarily, in my opinion. I feel like this is something that's going to be straightforward. Maybe that bubblegum note might pop out a little bit more, but it's just good all around German beer. I enjoy it. I kind of do. The one thing I would say about it is I wish the carbonation was just a little bit higher. It's kind of got a little bit more of that flatter, creamy mouthfeel. And with the German beers, I do like the higher carbonation, like with the Paulaner, the Munchner Lager that I was just drinking a little bit ago. That has that heavy carbonation. And I really do enjoy that. Spiciness, it's like a spicy clove, but it's not like overpowering spicy. The spicy doesn't linger. It doesn't leave you with that burn that you sometimes get with that spiciness, and it adds to the drinkability. It makes it even more crisp and refreshing. And yeah, it's just an all around good beer. I'll have a rating for this next time around. Right now, I don't know where I'm at. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I do like it, but as far as complexity, I might drop a couple points. So
Right on.
I would pick it up again. I paid $4 for this bottle. So
Welcome, John. Cheers, Tanner. Thank you, man.
Cheers.
That's a good beer. I like that one a lot, quite a bit. Cool. We got John here. I'll just kind of go through the loop, and we'll just bring you in after Bumpy. Cool.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, brother.
Cheers.
All right. Yeah, this banana bread beer from Eagle Brewing. I mean, first whiff, it's like definite banana. There's both what smells like mashed actual bananas and something that smells a bit like an artificial banana. So my first smell of it was like, wow, it reminds me of banana bread. Then you get a little bit deeper, you start noticing some bubble gum, and they start thinking juicy fruit. So, yeah, it's like a cross between a banana bread and maybe some juicy fruit bubble gum. Real bananas and artificial bananas. Maybe a little bit of some walnut in there too, right? For the banana bread. Usually throw some nuts in the bread. I don't know. Yeah, it does have this kind of bready, sweet aroma as well. So that is there. And that's the portion that reminds me a bit of banana bread. We're going to go ahead and take a swig. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Yeah, a lighter body. It might even reach into the medium, but it's definitely on the lighter side of a medium. Carbonation's pretty spritzy. Pretty bread forward up front. It kind of has some of the kind of spices that you might find in like a banana bread. That's something I didn't really pick out of the aromas, but it's definitely there on the palate. There's a bit of it's probably clove or something like that. I'm not sure what yeast they're using in this, but I'm guessing it's probably just a Hefeweizen type beer that they added actual bananas and other banana flavorings to boost up banana. But yeah, definitely some spice in there, which I would say is clovey, along with banana, both natural and artificial. Up front, it really does bring out, like, I just had a slice of banana bread, and then on the finish I start to get some of the bubblegum notes, and it's kind of a quick hint of like juicy fruit bubblegum, but then the spices, the cloviness and stuff really starts to kind of impact the total finish of the beer. So brings it back around to almost a bready consistency again, a little bit more spice. So yeah, I will just think of a score for this one. It's kind of got the little wave going of the different banana notes, the banana curve.
Nice.
Hey,
Right.
so Bumpy, me and my girlfriend actually, when we first met, right? So we went to BJ's Brew House. That was our first date. They had this thing called Pazuki, and we got the banana bread with ice cream on top. I feel like a little scoop of ice cream with that beer might actually work really well together. Even with this one too. I think that this would work with like a nice some ice cream, some vanilla ice cream on the side.
Yeah. I think a little bit of chocolate and vanilla ice cream in this. It would kind of taste similar to like a banana split a little bit with some bread.
Yeah.
Banana bread split.
I remember that one being pretty banana bready. Yeah, for sure. That was
Yeah. From what I remember,
right
I
on.
that one. I think it's like Wells, I think is the company, right?
Yeah,
I remember Alex being like really thrilled with it. He was like, "Wow, and then he was like, "I give it like an 84." It's like, dude, you just like the shit out of this. Big time, Bo. Willis.
Oh man. All right, man. Bumpy, thank you, man. All right, let's get John up here. Welcome, John.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me. Just got home from work and saw you guys were live, and I have some lagers in the fridge, which, lagers are traditionally more bready beers. This is a craft one, though, from Jack's Abbey out of Framingham, Massachusetts, and that's actually all they do is they brew lagers. They have another line called Springdale where they focus on ales, but the Jack's Abbey line, it's all lagers, and this one was more of a hoppy lager, I guess, because it's called Hoponius Union Hoppy Lager. Clocks in at 6.5%, 65 IBUs. But I think we're going to have a nice bready beer at heart here. Never had it. I'm going to pour it up. We'll see what we're dealing with here. Looks like a good lager. Nice golden appearance.
Now, John, it's funny that you brought Jack's Abbey because I was looking for the Springhammer French toast, and I actually
the Framingham, yeah,
Framingham. Sorry. Yeah, I was looking for the Framingham French toast, and I thought that would have been a great beer to bring to the show, but they only have like the chai and the coffee one, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got one in the fridge. I think it's the tiramisu. Whichever one Bumpy gave it to me, so I don't even know which one. Anyway, there's your appearance, kind of a deep golden color, slight haze to it, some nice bubbles going up the glass, about a 2-finger white frothy head. You're getting a little bit of like a citrus note from the hops, maybe a little bit of tangerine, lemon pill type note in there. But you know what? There's some nice bready malt character coming through as well, as you get with pretty much all lagers. Just kind of like a generic breadiness. Typically on the palate, you get like a white bread or like the crust around, like Wonder Bread crust or something like that. A lot of lagers anyway, just your standard lighter lagers like this. But yeah, it smells really good, citrusy, bready. None of the alcohol's coming through. It smells like it's going to be an easy drinking lager. So I guess go ahead and get into it.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
John.
Cheers. That would be this.
Yeah. This is really good. I've been really pleased with Jack's Abbey stuff, and I've noticed that their 4-packs, they're all 4-packs, 16-ounce cans. They're cheaper. They're these types of beers than a lot of the crap beers. Like I got this 4-pack for $8.69 before tax, which is really cheap. Everything else that I got 4-packs of was like $15 a 4-pack. So the Jack's Abbey stuff is pretty, it's reasonably priced for craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the palate follows the nose. You're getting the citrus notes from the hops. In the middle of the sip, you're getting a nice bready malt character, like a little bit of caramel malt action. Definite white bread crust, bready notes in the middle of the sip as well. It's light, it's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. The carbonation is medium, the body is light. At 6.5%, this is scary sessionable. Because typically when you think of a classic lager, you think like between 4.5% and 5.5%. Usually 5 is like the average. So 6.5% for a lager is on the high side, but it drinks like a sessionable beer and it finishes dry, which is very inviting. It's a kick-ass beer. Like I said, the Jack's Abbey stuff that I've had has been really good. It's not too hoppy. It says 65 IBUs. I wouldn't guess 65 IBUs. I would guess maybe 40, if that, because the bready malty notes are coming through really nicely. And sometimes when you have a super hoppy beer, you don't really get the malt notes. Your palate's overwhelmed by the hops, and that's not the case at all with this. It's a nice balance, and it's just a really easy drinking, enjoyable first beer after a nice long day of work. So cheers.
Yeah, that looks great too. Damn. Cheers. Cheers, man. Thanks. All right, man. Let's get me out. That looked freaking good, dude. Jack's Abbey makes some great ones I have.
Look at the glass lacing too on this thing.
Yeah, dude, that looks fucking excellent. That's nice.
Yeah, so actually just posted in the chat. I was gonna say a big bready flavor gives somewhat of that creamy, medium-bodied mouthfeel. So when you get that big breadiness, it kind of gives off like that mouthfeel. So I've kind of noticed that with the one that I have right now. Yes,
Beer man, you muted.
You muted. Yeah, there you go.
No,
I'm just kidding, dude. Never mind. I'm also blurry. Stupid Logitech. All right, so I hate it when it goes blurry. Anyway, let's get into the nose on this nice dark lager here. So I was saying caramel. There is caramel, but I was trying to figure out like what I was actually smelling, and it's actually like the brown bread. It's kind of a brown bready crust, like a bready crust or something like that. There is a slight bread dough kind of going on as well. It's got a floralness. It's got it has like a dryness in the smell. It's not moist. It's definitely got a dryness in the aromas as it goes through my nasal canal. Yeah, caramel does come through that floral. It's kind of a floral spicy thing or just something going on. I don't know. It's weird. All right. So, yeah, just a nice brown, clear beer. It looks really good. It's got a nice tan off-white head. Yeah, tannish. More pushing khaki. Lacing, I can't really do much with this, but it does stick well. It's got good retention, and carbonation is medium carbonation. Cheers. Let's drink this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice. Mouth feels crisp. Crisp lagery kind of lightness. Body is It's just a light body. It's a light body. Mouth feels crispy and kind of almost creamy at the same time. It's not really crazy carbonated. You do definitely get the brown bread crust mixed in with like a floral spice. It's not really spicy. It's kind of aiming towards that though. It's got like this weird floral kind of caramely bready thing going on. There's a little bit of prickliness on the carbonation, but it's not overwhelming. It's sweet. It's got a nice sweetness from the malts. Definitely bready. It's not hoppy whatsoever. Hardly. I mean, if it is, it's definitely some kind of a noble thing or German hops or some kind of a Saaz or whatever the hell they're using that's kind of making that right. But it's nice though. It does have a nice caramel kind of finish, caramel bready. I'll say, yeah. I like this. I liked it before, and I like it again. So, yeah, there you go. There's some lacing starting to form up. So, let's get another swig real quick. It's wet. It's clean. Just want to keep drinking it. For that dark thing, too, you get the light lager appeal, but you're getting a darker feel with more flavors and a little more robustness from that. So, it's kind of nice, nice early spring beer in a way. It's kind of nice as it starts to warm up. This is a good one. So, cheers, man. All right. Let's get back to Tanner.
So I will say the banana note on this is definitely like a natural banana. It's not like a banana runs, just to clarify that. I know John joined kind of late, so I had the Weiss Stefaner Hefo Weiss beer. Paid $4 for this 16.9 ounce bottle. And yeah, like I was saying, the breadiness, this is actually very bready. And the breadiness kind of creates that like creamy mouthfeel, and it for some reason it kind of makes it less carbonated. It seems like it's more of like a creamier beer and less carbonated. The spice is great. It's like it hits you with the spiciness, like that spicy clove, but it doesn't linger. So it's not off. It's not unappealing. It's very good. I do enjoy this. I would see myself picking up like a 6-pack of this one. So for rating for this beer, I do like the breadiness. I don't know, for some reason I would like a little bit more of a carbonation. I feel like the breadiness kind of dilutes the carbonation. And that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys might think differently. But I'm going to give it like a 96 out of 100. It does have a little bit of that sweetness. The bubblegum is a little bit present. It's not full bubblegum. It's more banana, wheat bread, spicy, like biscuity, sweet malts. It's a very good beer. And it's cool to have something like this. Like I said, these guys have been brewing for almost over 1,000 years. It says since 1040. If my camera will focus, you can kind of see that since 1040. For the most part, I've not really been a big fan of wheat beers, but I've been trying more of like the craft style wheat beers. I actually had a Trogs beer. They had the Dreamweaver, which was a German style wheat beer, and that was very good. And that kind of opened me up, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to try more wheat beers. I've had a couple other ones because Blue Moon, which is, that's very popular, and that's one of the more common ones. But I wasn't really a big fan of the Blue Moon, and maybe that was like a bad representation of a wheat beer. But when you start to dive into these, I can see why Bumpy would enjoy those flavors. Because yeah, this is really good. If you haven't, have you had this one before, Bumpy?
Oh yeah,
you have. Did you enjoy it?
A few hundred times.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's pretty cheap too. So.
Yeah, not bad price. I would definitely pick this up again. So like I said, 96 out of 100, and yeah, it hits all the notes that you would want out of a wheat beer. It's definitely more of your traditional style wheat beer. No adjuncts that they're adding. The only reason why I gave it that 96 and not like the 98 that Beer Advocate gave it was because the breadiness, which is really good. I do enjoy a bready beer. I do like that, but it kind of makes it more of that creamier mouthfeel, and the carbonation kind of dilutes a little bit, if that makes any sense. So, like I said, 96 out of 100, and I will definitely pick this up again in the future. And this would be an off-air hanging out with you guys. Beer that I'll probably just have a few of. I could definitely see myself drinking exactly sessional,
Nice.
like a nice sessionable wheat beer. So, cheers.
Yeah, that's a go-to for sure. I mean, when you're in the mood for it. Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Sure.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do let's do some shouts after. We're kind of low on the minute, or it's only 30 minutes in, so cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Tanner.
Cheers, man.
Right on. Cheers. All right.
Well, let me fill in some time. This is mostly just a rub in Tanner's face. Yeah, this is the one that John and Nelly has.
There we go.
The tiramisu. It's a rum barrel aged. These are all 12%, by the way. So there's that one. Also got this other one here. I've had the French toast as well. This one's a bourbon barrel aged as a
I
chocolate.
haven't seen that one.
So that looks interesting. And I also have the bourbon barrel aged salted caramel. So
that sounds good.
Yeah, there should be a night, hopefully, on this guy's channel right here that we do some framing hammer stuff. Hopefully.
Yes, I think it's going to be next Wednesday, actually.
If you do that, John, I'll definitely be there because I'd like to try some of that stuff. So
yeah, so get it's going to be either going to be next week or the week after that. We've got to do the framing hammer, and then we've also got a Jack's Abbey house lager examination coming up. It's really just Michael Kormaroff and I have been talking about it for a while, so it's just whenever he's available, I'll go ahead and set it up, and then I'll share the link out with whoever wants to join. So anyway.
Sweet. The score I'm going to give this beer, it's a decent beer for this Eagle Brewing's banana bread beer. Things I don't like about it, basically the artificial banana flavor that's in there, and also even that they added banana to it. It's like I like the Hefeweizens that let the yeast do the natural thing of, either they're gonna, based off fermentation temperature and probably other settings and stuff like that, give off either a banana note or a clove note or both. You can have a well-balanced one or one that's kind of more one-sided to the other. I do enjoy very banana-esque forward Hefeweizens and stuff. I think Polliner is one of the ones that's more banana forward to me. It kind of gives off a banana baby food note. And I really enjoy those types of Hefeweizens and stuff. This one's just like it's got that artificial banana flavor.
I love that.
Tanner brought up the runts.
I love banana runts. I love that beer.
Yeah.
I do. I know it's fake, but it's so delicious.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm going to give it a 92 out of 100. It's still a very good beer. It's easy to drink. It's just, that kind of the fake banana note in there for me is just kind of throwing it off. I do enjoy that it does at first kind of taste like banana bread. Then it gets that, but the bubblegum note comes up as well from the yeast. Kind of gives it that kind of banana bubblegum note, or
it sticks on you, doesn't it? It, like, when you drink it more, it's the flavor stays in your mouth and you can't get out of it. You have to drink something else.
It does end with an intense clove spiciness as well. So
nice.
But yeah, 92 out of 100. I don't think that's a bad score for this beer.
Awesome. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Shit.
cool, man.
Nice, dude. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers,
all
Bumpy.
right.
I'd say I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Somebody was mentioning, may have been Tanner, the Wells banana bread beer. That's the same beer, right? Wells was taken over by Eagle, so it's the same.
Oh, they were?
Yeah. So the Eagle, Wells banana bread beer is now Eagle banana bread beer, the one that Bumpy has, but it's the same beer. So you will not see any more Wells banana bread beer on the shelf. Eagle they bought them out.
Yeah.
Or bought the rights to it, and anyway, whatever.
I don't really see any Wells stuff anymore anyway.
Right. I think it's all Eagle now, yeah. But I know for sure it is with that beer. But anyway, the Jack's Abbey, Hoponius Union. Sometimes when you get these hoppy lagers, they overhop them, and then it ends up tasting like an IPA or like an ale, not a lager. But Jack's Abbey, the stuff that I've had, even the hoppy lagers that I've had from them, including this one, they do such a good job of balancing the hops with the malts, and it still has that malt backbone and that lager feel to it that you don't get a lot of times with some of these craft lagers. But Jack's Abbey, they did a really good job with this one. The nice citrus, like little tangerine citrus and like a lemon zest type thing up front. It leads into that nice Wonder Bread crust, like white bready, malty center, a little bit of like caramel malt as well, and then that nice refreshing, crisp, dry finish. This is a solid A for me. It's a 95 out of 100. The 6.5% alcohol is just non-existent as well. For a standard lager, that's a little bit high, but it's impressive how sessionable this is for 6.5. It drinks like a 5%er. You could probably get into a lot of trouble drinking, 6 or 7 of these, thinking you're drinking a 4.5%, 5% beer. Then you stand up and things start to swirl about. But yeah, this is a great beer. I would highly recommend it. The price point is spot on too for most of the Jack's Abbey 4-packs. For like their standard lager lineup, and they have a lot of them. You're looking at less than $10 for a 4-pack. This one, like I said, $8.69. There was a red lager they had that was like $8.99, and then the house lager was the cheapest of them all. It was like $7.99 before tax. So you're looking at really great craft beer prices, really great craft lagers from Jack's Abbey. That's all I got. A great Bready beer for this Bready style. I like your style Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day it is. I'm losing track of days. I can't keep track. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers, dude. All right. All right. So, this was good. I'll start with like the body mouthfeel was just really nice. It had a nice creamy, relaxed kind of light mouthfeel. The body was light. The flavors were of caramel, bread crust, kind of a crusty bread, a little doughy in there, I guess. Going through, there was a little bit of a fruit thing, and I also got like this. I don't know. I guess it was the caramel sweet, like a sweetness, and then the caramel feel from it from the malts. It was just really nice in the finish. So I really liked that quite a bit, and I like the drinkability of it. It's lighter, it's easier to take down, and it's got a lot of complex, somewhat of a complex flavor profile for a lighter beer. So it's kind of nice. Very good job on this. They've been around a while as well. So I'm gonna give it a 94 out of 100. I'll go 94. I think that's good. A definitely for sure. They put on some other ones too. They've got a great Oktoberfest one that's very good as well. That's another one. I can't think of any other ones that I've had from them. But I had a wheat one from them too. It was really good. So cool. Or Hefeweizen, whatever you call it. So let's get to the big panel. What did I give it? A 94 out of 100? Yeah, 94 out of 100.
94.
Cool. All right, let's switch it up. We're good. So go ahead and shout yourselves out.
Okay. So yeah, I'd just like to say before I do my shout outs, I think John likes Jack's Abbey as much as I like Proclamation right now, which is cool to see. I like when everybody's, especially in the beer community, I like when everybody's got that one brewery that they're really like gung ho about. And for me right now, Proclamation is one of the beers that I really enjoy. But it's nice to try something like this, and that's why this show is awesome. I like your style because it kind of makes you go out of your range of what you're picking up at that moment, and it really makes you steer kind of in a different direction and go and grab something like this, where this beer is awesome. And I'm not sure if you didn't have this show, I probably wouldn't have had this for a long time. Maybe down the road, Bumpy might have said, hey, check out this beer. But the fact that you have this show and I got to try this, I really do enjoy it. And like I said, this might be a standby beer, and I would definitely pick this up in the future because before, normally, I wasn't really like a giant fan of wheat beers. These guys do it right. And I can definitely see myself grabbing one of these or a 6-pack of these. Even just like a little 16.9 ounce bottle every once in a while. If I go to the liquor store, maybe I might grab a 4-pack of IPAs, and I might grab a little single bottle of this, and I'll hang out off air with you guys. So, like I said, I really do appreciate this show because it kind of broadens your horizon, and you kind of grab stuff that you wouldn't normally grab. Um,
Nice. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, beer man. I do appreciate it. Even Bumpy,
Appreciate it.
like a lot of the times, I do try to grab beers that I want to review that are newer, but for the most part, there's certain beers that I'm just like, every time you go out, you want to grab something that you've had that you really enjoy, and it's cool to grab stuff that's newer and you experience different beers and different beer styles that you wouldn't normally gravitate towards. Um, but yeah, so for shout outs for me, tomorrow I'll be doing brewery reviews. 5 p.m. We'll be doing Rogue. Like Beer Man's got on that.
Hey, I can get on that.
I'm actually going to be grabbing Dead Guy Ale because I haven't had that before. I had their Bat Squatch and I had their Honey Kolsch, and there might have been another one that I tried by them, but I haven't tried the Dead Guy Ale, so I'm going to try that tomorrow. So that'd be at 5 p.m. Thursday. So if you want to grab a Rogue beer, come hang out with me. Doesn't have to be a brand new beer. It could be something that you've had before. You haven't been able to talk about it on a live stream. So come over, rate that beer, and we'll rate the brewery together. Then we'll average it out. You throw up a rating. Say if there's 4 people here, we all throw up a rating for the brewery, and we average it out, and that's the rating for the brewery. Saturday, I'll be doing rate that beer. Any beer that you want. It could be something brand new to you. It could be something that you've had in the past. Like I said with the other one, the brewery review, be something that you've had before and you really enjoy and you want to talk about it. So yeah, at Saturday, rate that beer. Depending on how many people we have on the panel, we could do like 1 or 2 beers. Try to keep it going around an hour as long as everybody's respectful and stays on kind of more that topic of beer. We talk about different breweries, we talk about different beer styles. So just come and hang out Saturday, 8 p.m. Also, I just recently did a beer review. I have a few other ones that I pre-recorded and I have to upload. So yeah, just steady grinding, doing beer reviews. I got some other whiskey reviews that I got to do. Hanging out with you guys. I've been doing a lot of beer reviews. You guys got me back into the love of beer. So it's kind of hard to jump back into the whiskey when I'm always hanging out with beer guys and you guys are talking different styles and stuff. So look forward to those though. So I'll be trying to put those out. I don't necessarily just do whiskey and beer. It's vodka, brandy. I haven't done a gin one, but I would like to do one in honor of this guy down here. But yeah, it's a liquor review channel, so I'll always be dropping different reviews on even like malt beverages and stuff like that. I think I did a couple of wine ones with my girlfriend. So look forward to those. Shout outs for other people. Check out Thomas Miller 75 tonight at 7:30. He'll be doing his Wild Card Wednesday. Any liquor, beer, malt beverage, as long as you're respectful. It's kind of the nicer way of saying don't be a douche, which is his slogan. Also, check out Whiskey Encore. His name is Cheech. He's a good guy. He does like whiskey pub live stream. Not sure what that is, but
That's a douchebag.
Oh,
okay.
oh God.
Yeah, check out Whiskey Encore. Yeah, he's got like a live pub whiskey live stream. Go and hang out with him. He's a cool dude, like I said. And that's pretty much the whole thing for all of us. As long as you're respectful and don't talk over people. Sometimes people talk over each other. I sometimes talk over people, but I try to like step back and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't jump in at that moment. But for the most part, I'm not doing it to be ignorant or rude. I'm just trying to add to the conversation. I'm trying to like if Bumpy does new brew and he's talking about a certain beer, I might say, I might ask him a question and, I'm trying to like add to it. So if you do that, I'm sure people won't mind if you're just trying to add to the conversation rather than just jumping over people and going completely off topic and not what they're talking about. I'm sure people do appreciate you just like adding to the conversation rather than interrupting people and, you know. But besides that, Leprechaun TV, 9 p.m. tomorrow. Check him out doing the hot seat. I believe he's doing that. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews at 8 p.m. He's going to do another live beer session. I don't think he specified what it is exactly. Food Fridays with Alex, 8 p.m. as well. He's going to be doing Gushers and beer. So go check him out. Alex, he's an awesome dude. Some of the pairings that he does are a little different, but I've realized that I go on there and I'm like, wow, Alex, this kind of blew my mind, but it works, kind of like that chicken Big Mac,
I watched that chicken Big Mac thing the other day. I finally got around to watching it. He didn't even do it right. He had the McGangbang. He left the burger patty on the sandwich.
He did the McGangbang. But besides that, I'll leave some room. But I also want to say shout out to FLX Beer Reviews. The guy that I hung out with was Dan. He's a cool dude. He does beer reviews with him and his buddy Mike. So go check them out. He's new to the group chat, our beer community. He's a really cool dude. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to beer as well. Also check out Anthony, Bangin' Beer Podcast. Him and his buddies talk about beer, do a live stream podcast. So go check those guys out. So I'll leave room for everybody who wants to shout themselves out and anybody else that they want to shout out. And thanks for having me, Beer Man. I might have rambled for a little bit longer than I might have expected.
You're fine, dude. We got lots of time. Well, a little,
Cheers,
we're good. Cheers. All right, Bumpy, what you got, man?
I was muted for a reason.
Oh,
all right.
Shit.
Oh. Stinks in that room, I bet.
Oh.
No. Smells perfectly fine in here. Shout outs, 50-point inspection videos, put them out Wednesdays and Fridays. I have my live stream Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called New Brew, bring a new beer that you've never had, or a beer that you've never had before. It doesn't have to be a new beer, but just a beer that you've never had. Join up on panel. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Tanner, did you shout out Miscellaneous?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you had a long list there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes
He didn't save any for the rest of us. He took all the glory.
Sorry, I do that all the time.
And Bear Man's here, so you can shout out his own stuff. But,
Wild card.
Have a great life.
John Theriot. John Theriot.
Yeah, last, so I'm like, let me recap and make sure we for everyone.
So I'll shout out Josh. He's in the chat. He just started a YouTube channel recently. His channel name is Last Beer, and he did an actual beer review the other day. He's been doing some live streams here and there, but he's going to be doing some more beer reviews. Otherwise, I'll kill him.
Good.
Anyway, so more beer reviews coming from him. So everybody go show him some love. I also want to shout out Robert the Whisky Scout. He does really good whiskey reviews, and he joins Stout Sunday a lot. But things have been going on with his health and with his family and whatever. So he's just now kind of getting back into things. He posted a whiskey review, I want to say last week, and he's just now kind of getting back into it. So go show him some love if you like whiskey, whether it's Canadian, Scotch, bourbon, you name it. He does it. A lot of higher end stuff, not that cheap, like $5 a bottle stuff, like good whiskey. And he's really good at describing it and reviewing it. He's been doing it for a long time. So go check him out. The only other shout out I have is Stout Sunday on my channel every 10:30 Eastern. We bring a porter stout. We just do a live panel discussion like this and review our beers. I am going to get back into Beer Buddies at some point and put out some more episodes, but I've got to get people to agree to a date and a time, like Beer Man, Tanner. I want both of you guys on the show. I got to do interview Miscellaneous and a lot of people. So anyway, more to come soon on that, and that's all I got. Thank you, Beer Man, for having me. I like your style, man.
I like your style, man. Thank you. Thanks, man. Cool. Yeah, good show today. Uh, all right. So this before I shout out anything, well, we'll say Tuesdays first. So beer and cheese Tuesdays an open one. That's easy. 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring in any cheese, any beer. Haven't done one of those in a while, so give you some options to go find what you need to find. I don't care what it is. It could be low grade cheese to high grade cheese. It could be low grade beer to high grade beer. I don't care. Whatever you want to bring, you think about it.
Craft singles and Bud Ice.
Exactly. Pair well, my friends. All right. So,
Cheesehead string cheese.
yeah, no one's done that. I mean, bring it.
Good.
Trying to look for the picture for next week, and that will be this.
My code.
So I'm thinking on the Bach level, there's quite a few different Bachs to choose from, style wise. So bring your own. I like your style Bach choice. Ice Bach, double Bach, and Doppelbach, and regular Bachs, and all this Bachs, and everyone's barking. There's a lot of barking going on. That sounded like we're from Boston. We got a lot of barking going on around here.
A lot of backing around.
I'm gonna bring a goat milk beer.
Or a goat, or it could be a goat. It could be a goat. Just think a goat, and bring it to the table. So, yeah, that works. I was gonna do this. No, I won't. I'll show that later. Show that next week. I don't want to give that one away. All right. So for that one, it will be next week. Anything related to goats. At 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. And I just throw up random videos all the time as far as my channel goes. So just look out for that. Brewery's coming along. I don't know how many times I need to talk about it, but it's coming along. So we're in the finishing stages of it. I got to move my range hood, though. It's all stupid right now. That was a bitch. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Thank you, panel. I appreciate you guys.
One more shout out. And I didn't say it.
Cool.
Ron Terrio tonight.
Yes.
Joker's Wild, 7:30. I think what was it 6:30? I think it's
7.
No, he goes at 7:20. He usually starts
20,
at
yes.
yeah.
So yeah, just shout out to him as well. Ron Terrio, Joker's
And
Wild.
What is it? It's Louisiana or Mardi Gras beers or
yeah, it's beers of the Carnival, which would be Mardi Gras / Joker's Wild.
Because most people can't find carnival themed beers, or liquor. Like Ron Terrio is not even reviewing a beer tonight. He's doing the Taka King Cake flavored vodka. So anything carnival related that has alcohol in it.
That's wild.
Or if you can't find anything, he said Joker's bring anything. He doesn't care.
Nice. Left it open. That's good. Cool, man. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks, guys. East Coast LQ Reviews, Bumpy Road Brewery, John O'Neill, Beer Man here, and everyone that was shouted out from us, and everyone in the channel, everyone in the chat. Check each other out. Let's get our community growing. And, I don't know if any of you guys are always into growing or getting bigger or whatever, but it is nice to have a good community of people to support you in the things that you do. So thank you, chat, for being there. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and hit this out. Let's get that outro going. Cheers to you guys. All right. Before that, though, let's show my best friend. Okay. So out.